Hi, this is Ray Chen of the Millionaire Listing Agent. So today we're going to talk about the hiring method. First, you want to hire the right personality to the right position. So for example, if you're going to hire a salesperson, the salesperson preferably needs to be high D and high I. Because if you let's say if you hire a salesperson that doesn't have a high D, it's gonna hard for them to close. So this one time I hired a buyer's agent. She's not a high D, so she couldn't close people. So she would follow a buyer for like almost a year and could not close the sale. So you want to make sure that whoever you hire is a high D and high I. And also for the salesperson job. Okay, so let's say if you're hiring an assistant do not need to be high D and high I. Assistant needs to be high S and high C, right? So you want to make sure you hire the right, make sure the right position match the right personality, and then another thing you want to make sure is hire for the right experience. So for example, so I've been using the virtual assistant for many years now. So initially, when I first started hiring TC transaction coordinators, uh, they just don't work out. So they come work for a little bit and they quit. So then eventually I found out that you're supposed to hire the person with the experience. So then I have a transaction coordinator right now that's working with me. Her name is Catherine. So she has been working with me for almost 5 years, 4 years now. And she before she worked for me, she worked for a title company, doing all the paperwork. So the title company work paperwork is similar to a transaction coordinator's paperwork. So because she already had experience, so it's much easier to teach her. So you want to make sure to hire for the right personality to match the right position, and you want to hire the right experience to match the right position. And now we're going to talk about next. We're going to talk about the hire process. So usually what I do is I hire most of my staff are virtual assistants. So what I do is online I have a template for the email I send to them. So let's say today I'm looking for uh, inside salesperson. Let's say today I'm looking for a salesperson. Okay, then a cold caller. Then I have an email that's already made. That's a template. So in there I will say, hi, this is Ray Chen. I have a real estate broker firm in Los Angeles. A real estate broker firm in Los Angeles. I'm looking for a salesperson, a cold caller, appointment booker. And then I would have instruction in it. I would say to apply for this job, number one, add my WhatsApp. Number two, um, send your online profile link. Number three, send your disc personality test result. Then 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 people, so I would send a lot of emails, maybe 100, couple hundreds, because you're not gonna get everyone to that's gonna be a good candidate right away, right? So you need to pick and choose. So usually, so let's say if I send out 100, maybe I'm gonna get 20 or 30 applications. So from those 20 or 30 applications, then I see how they respond to me, right? Let's say if somebody just add my WhatsApp and just say hi, then I will not respond. So sometimes I may say send me your information. But if they still don't follow the instruction, then I will not talk with them. So I only focus on the people that's follow my instruction exactly as the way I have it. For example, they message me on WhatsApp, and then they send the online link. They send their disk result. So I would only talk to those people. Then once I narrow down a couple of people that knows how to follow instruction. It's very important, right? You want to make sure that you hire people that can follow instruction, because if they cannot follow instruction, it's going to be hard to teach them, right? So once I make sure they follow instruction, then maybe I'll come down to 4 or 5 candidates. Then I'm gonna just send them a video chat. So I asked them, is it okay to let's do an interview, video interview? They said okay. Then I just send a video chat, and video chat. I want to for example, for the cold caller, I don't want to waste time. So I just quickly just ask them to do a mock-up call. Uh, I'm not looking for perfection. I just want to know what level, what experience level they are at. So I ask them to do a mock-up call right away. That way I know if they're trainable or not, or are they easy to train or not. So if they do pretty well, I mean, or it doesn't have to be perfection. If they do pretty well, then I would continue. Then I think this could be a candidate. Let's say if I ask them to do a markup call, if they do horribly, they just have no clue what they're doing, then I will not continue to talk to them. I just hung up. If I see that they seems like they have the potential, then I start to talk about, what's the reason they want to find a job. I want to make sure I find out their motivation, right? It's very important. So I want to make sure. So I'll give example. So when I talk to this person, I say, so what made you want to look for a job? What job are you working around right now? What's the reason you want to work? Who you're doing it for? So sometimes maybe they say, oh, I'm looking for a job because I'm a single mom. I have 2 kids. I need to feed them. Then I ask them, what's your goal within the next 3 to 5 years? Then they say, oh, I want to make sure I have enough money to pay for their education. I want to make sure to buy a house. Then I tell them, hey, those goals, as long as we work together, I can make sure to help you to reach those goals. So I want to make sure to match their personal goal with my company goal. So I tell them, if you help me, I'll help you to reach your goal. So that's sort of a outline on how to hire people and how to talk to them, and make sure you hire the right person. Because if you do not hire the right person, it's gonna be a lot of headaches. If you hire the right person, it's gonna set you free. Okay, this is Ray Chen. Until next time.